What's up, YouTube? I am back with another video. Today is an interesting day because as y'all know, y'all haven't seen me in my car in a few days. So if y'all remember from the previous video, well, the last video that I shot in my car, I was telling y'all about how I pretty much fucked up. I scraped the undercarriage of my car, and now she sounds like a motorcycle. It's not too bad right now. You can't really hear it, but yeah, I am. Ooh, it's 111. Anyway, I'm on my way to the shop. I had to wait for the 4th of July weekend to pass so that, you know, I could catch the mechanic on a good day. So yeah, we on the way to the shop, and hopefully I can get her fixed up, and I ain't gonna say back on the road, but back ready to make some money. You feel me? Hopefully we can get her back up and well, so that we can do some more DoorDash and yeah, make some more money. So yeah, let's just see how this goes. Hopefully there's no more delay in this process, and we can continue to get the ball rolling. So yeah, I'm bringing y'all with me to the shop, and then hopefully after that hopefully something great comes after that. Y'all already know I got my vision board with me. I just turned it around because I had to get something. I had to grab something from down there. I got my cooler, I got my content bag that got all my journals, my notebooks, my planner, all types of stuff in there, so I can keep up. And they got all my tripods, all my recording equipment. Anyway, y'all don't care about that. So yeah, let's go. All right, y'all, we here. Let's go see what he got to say. All right, y'all. Oh, hold up. Let me get right. It's hot in this thing. I got an AC on. All right, so I just left the mechanic, and apparently I damaged my catalytic converter, and it's gonna cost $1,700. It's actually gonna cost more than that, but I just seen $1,700, and yeah, I lost my shit. But y'all wanna know the crazy part though? It's not all DoorDash's fault. Like, I take 75% of the blame. Because after all, I'm the one driving the car, right? So I always hear people talk about how DoorDash is not worth it because all it's going to do is just mess up your car. And today I finally get to experience one of those expensive repairs that everybody be warning about. So when I say it's not all DoorDash's fault, let me explain. Especially for those who didn't see my video of me actually explaining what happened. I'm gonna leave the video right here for y'all if y'all want to watch it. But yeah, to make a long story short, right? I pretty much was DoorDashing on one of the slowest time. Well, I ain't gonna say slowest, but I pretty much was dashing during like rush hour, and that's pretty much considered slow times. It's like the transition between lunch and dinner. So right in between that time, it's like around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Between the hours of 1 and 3 is really like congested hours. So yeah, I was just DoorDashing the worst time possible. And I pull up to a Popeyes. It's crowded, overly crowded. And I was already like cutting into my time. This order was already like cutting into my time because the amount of time that I had to wait to like get the order, receive the order, pick up the order and deliver the order, it was already like about to be going on an hour. You feel what I'm saying? For one little batch order. And I really was just like impatient. And so long story short, and don't judge me when I tell y'all this, because I'm not the only person that does this in this area, at this store, at this parking lot, right? So I pretty much pulled up on the sidewalk, which people do sometimes. It's kind of set up like that. But instead of waiting for this long drive-through line to clear out so that I can actually pull into the parking lot, I end up riding up on the curve, and then which put me like on the sidewalk. And then once I retrieved the order, I still had to wait. Like the line was still long, so I ended up being impatient, and just like how I got up on the curb, I backed up off the curb. And when I backed up off the curb, that's when everything went south, and I pretty much scraped the bottom of my undercarriage. And I end up hearing, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but because I got the car running right now, so the AC can be on. It's probably not the smartest idea after what I'm explaining to y'all, right? So, boom, I decided not to drive the car until it was time to take it to the mechanic. So, pretty much, and I'm mad I didn't get a video of it. Oh my gosh, y'all. I pretty much snapped the, like the flex pipe, I guess. And it's pretty much just a gap. Like, it's probably this big from here to here, and it's supposed to connect. And so, it's just fuel leaking out of that joint. And so, like I said, it's not a smart idea to have the AC on, but somebody took my portable fan, and this is my only option because I'm not about to have the door open and get bit by mosquitoes. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and make this video quick. But luckily I wasn't charged for the diagnosis of the situation, so I was able to get, I was able to understand what was wrong with the car, get diagnosed free of charge. And but in order to get the car fixed, I have to pay over $1,700. It's probably like $1,725 or something like that. But anyways, so like the big question is though, right? Can I afford the shit? And like y'all have seen roughly 10 to 20 videos of me DoorDashing and me telling y'all how much money I make and all of this and all of that, right? So like, I mean, all together, y'all probably seen me make over $2,000 just within those videos. That don't count the days that I didn't record or anything like that. So, I make good money. I make really good money driving for DoorDash. Now, did I save some of that money? Of course I saved money. I'm real good at saving money, right? But just like anybody else, I have expenses. I have expenses outside of car repairs and outside of, business expenses, should we call them, right? And so, I've been buying equipment, like YouTube equipment, content creation equipment, so that I can, like I always say, y'all, I'm a full-time DoorDasher, full-time content creator, right? So I have to split the expenses as well as, my personal expenses. Gotta eat, gotta wash my ass, gotta do daily regular shit, right? Gotta eat because I'm not on food stamps, I'm not on government assistance, like motherfuckers in the comments be trying to talk about, oh, she paid her rent doing DoorDash, she must be on Section 8, she must pay $300 rent and all that. Anyways, that's beside the point. But no, I'm not on government assistance. I don't get food stamps. I don't get none of that shit. So, I have to pay my own way. You feel what I'm saying? Living ain't cheap. So there's a lot of different categories where my money gets distributed through. And the car don't care about none of that shit. The mechanic don't care about none of that shit. Responsibilities are responsibilities. And Like I said, emergencies don't wait. So the answer is no. I don't have $1,700 just laying around to pour into this car. Unfortunately, I don't. Now, of course, obviously, I've made some mistakes that have brought me to this current situation, right? The impulsive driving, to chase money. You feel what I'm saying? I made some impulsive decisions. Well, I made a impulsive decision that cost me $1,700. You feel me? So, had I not, for one, went out there and tried to dash at a bad time and expected myself to make more than, pretty much I was biting off more than I could chew. And definitely end up paying for it in the long run. And the second mistake is not making sure that I had money for an emergency fund. You feel me? On top of that, regular maintenance funds. Like, I got money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not flat ass broke, but I don't have $1,700. You feel me? And of course, there are better decisions that I could have made with my money as a independent contractor, as someone that's self-employed. Definitely could have made better financial decisions for sure. And that's like the third mistake would be like just not being prepared and underestimating the importance of having things set aside for a rainy day. Because I ain't gonna lie, it rained down on me hard when I seen the total that it was gonna cost me to get my car. I ain't cry or anything, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at the brighter side of things. I'm looking at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is, like I always say to y'all, DoorDash is not the end goal. DoorDash is not the destination. It is just the vehicle to get me to where I'm trying to go in life. And that's being able to make passive income, so I don't have to actually work for every dollar. I can have my dollars work for me by investing my money into more lucrative things. And so, every time a setback happens to me, I don't call it a setback. I call it a setup for a come up. So this is literally just a setup for me, because now I have time to actually create more content and just work on creating and doing what it is that I truly want to do, and come up with more ideas and actually expand my thinking and expand my mind. Because every time I start working for something that I don't really have a passion for, because DoorDash ain't nobody's passion. Come on now, let's be real. Nobody really cares about DoorDash. We just do it because it's hard right now. The economy sucks. The job market sucks. So we all just do it because it's something easy to do. But it's not something that we really passionate about. So, the brighter side of things is that I can actually take time to, like I said, create, make more content, come up with more ideas, and actually work toward bigger steps of becoming an entrepreneur, having multiple streams of income, just really working on like what's my real plans. Like, y'all, I'm so excited. I'm living what I always preach. I'm literally like a testimony to my testimony. I don't just say shit just to say it. You feel me? And God gonna back me on what I say every single time. Because, like I said, at this point in my life, I'm really in alignment. I'm really in alignment with my true goals and my true mission that God put me here to do. And, really, I'm really put in a position where I can actually start to follow my dreams. And my dreams are definitely meeting me halfway. And so I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of that. I'm so excited for what's to come next. So, long story short, what I took from this and what I hope everybody else takes from this that is looking to do DoorDash or that does DoorDash, whatever the case may be, freedom comes with responsibility. This freedom journey is been a wonderful, wonderful journey. But you know, like I said, what I took from this is that it requires more responsibility than you may plan for, more responsibility than you may expect that you're signing up for. Regardless, I'm ready for all the smoke. It don't matter. I live and I learn and I adjust. Like, you know, self-employment, it requires a real boss mentality. Like, you are your own accountant. You are your own mechanic. You are your own tax specialist if you do your own taxes. You are an investor, you know? Just so many boss moves that you gotta be willing to take. So many boss moves that you gotta be, and so many risks, you know, that you gotta be willing to take. Overall, doing DoorDash is definitely a risk, because like people say, you could potentially mess up your investment, which is your car. And you know, things like this aren't for the shallow-minded. You know, it's for people that think bigger. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, people that's just willing to take a risk for freedom instead of security. Some things, you know, some things mean more than others. Some things mean more to people than others, if I said that right. Anyways, you know, this was a disappointing outcome. However, I'm not defeated. I'm not discouraged. You know, I'm not beat down about this. I'm actually boosted up. I'm actually highly excited because, you know, I'm going to continue to document this journey. I'm going to continue to take y'all along this journey, continue to document the freedom journey, the ups and the downs, the real and the raw. You feel what I'm saying? And that's really the core of this channel, for real, is giving y'all transparency. Because like I said, I'm going to be successful. I am going to be successful. And me making content and everything like that is just me sharing the journey with y'all, showing people how possible it is to go from working at a job that you can't stand, that's stressing you out, like mentally, physically, emotionally, and everything like that. Going from a job that you hate to going to a job that's, you know, like a plan B that's just pretty much helping you get to where you're going, to actually using that plan B to support your goals and fund your goals and fund your dreams, to actually live in the dream. You feel what I'm saying? We so close. We are so close to number 4. We are so close. And that's why I go so hard, y'all. We almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful for each and every one of y'all who subscribe to the channel and that continue to watch this channel and to continue to watch my videos and to continue to follow along the journey. I thank y'all so, so much. So, you know, I'm sitting here watching my my gas tank just pretty much leak out. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. If y'all made it all the way to this point, I definitely appreciate y'all for staying tapped in. And I can't wait to see y'all in the next video.